Okay, so foundation, last day, day number 6,000. So really take care of your bodies, guys, because this is like a really intense class over 6 days. So usually it's 4 days and 4 whole days. So we really expanded it out. So Patrick's question was about salt, sugar, water, and energy. And that's the humanoid food groups. So the way Gary explains it is that sugar is what the brain requires for energy. Um, so when you're doing a lot of clearing or when you're doing a lot of processing, you use a lot of sugar. So that's why he recommends ask your body, does it require salt, sugar, water? Um, Salt is also required for clearing all of the different things, especially if you're clearing things with your body. So if you're having your bars run, it's all about the, what do you call it? In chemistry or in biology, the ion pumps, I guess, like in your cells. So that's what releases like ions in to cells and out of cells. So something similar to that, where salt is what's required in order to release energy. So that's all it is. And your body will know what it requires, what it actually desires. So if it's saying more sugar, then eat more sugar. And remember, there's the two ways you can do the muscle testing. Like just hold it, your fingers like kind of like together. And then if it's a yes for sugar, then it will stay. It's hard to pull it apart. And if it's a no, then it's very easy to pull it apart. And also you can, let's see, I have juice here. So if I hold it in front of me and stand up, if I lean towards it, like naturally lean towards it, then my body would like it. And if it leans away from it, then it's probably no. So that's the two easiest way to do muscle testing. Okay, so is that kind of clear?
Yeah, I was just wondering a bit like, could I literally just get like a giant bowl of sugar, a giant bowl of salt, and as much water as my body would require and just try living off of that? But
Well, I mean, you could, but is it enjoyable?
oh no, this was just from a scientific experiment point of view. Other
Okay.
food is actually great, but this is coming from the person who is very curious one day. Have you seen the documentary Super Size Me?
I have, yes.
Yeah, I am very interested in doing that, but creating the shitty food and still being like totally healthy. So I'm very curious about this kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, um, Dane had this story. I forgot what he was talking about, but he was just talking about how Gary doesn't like McDonald's, but he has no point of view about McDonald's. So Dane actually loves McDonald's. So once in a while he would get something. And then he was like, well, with all the nitrates and all of that preservatives in there, you would think that you'd look younger if you eat McDonald's. So that's just a little joke that he had. So it really is about your point of view. And at the same time, I also have a point of view that you should take care of your body and your teeth. And, sometimes it does require a little bit more. I had quite a few people who actually would just walk into, let's say, a pharmacy, like a Rite Aid or any kind of pharmacy, and ask their body, okay, body, what different medicine energies do you require? And just take it. So they would just stand there and allow their body to like receive the energy from like the medicine or whatever it is, like supplements or any other thing that's in there that their body required. Or you can actually ingest it. So it depends on what your point of view is. And if you're really comfortable with like doing that, then you could just do that and it'll save a lot of money. So but I still actually take supplements and all of that. It's just a lot of ease. And then I ask my body, okay, what would you like to take today? And then that's how I do it. So I don't take it every day. It's not like a consistent thing. And so far I've been like pretty healthy. I have always been skinny, so that's like something that hasn't really changed much. So I guess my body just likes being smaller. So that's that.
I have a question regarding that.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I am health and wellness coach as well as I study Chinese, a little bit of Chinese medicine, traditional approach. By like they say, you are what you eat. So all this stuff is like there's a lot of science involved, right? And it's just like you stand in the top of a valley and then you say like, well, the gravity law is just a point of view, so I'm just gonna jump because I think I'm not gonna die. So when I hear that it's just a point of view, that's what it comes to my mind. Like there's something that it's a cause and an effect. We can't, this is a law of universe. We can disagree. Even if you disagree, it will happen. So I just feel like it's very nice to be free and decide what your body needs, but actually it needs a little bit of studying on that in terms like what that can bring you or like what contribution, right? And especially with the vitamins and stuff, intake. If you take once, just like for the doctor's scientific point of view, if you take once, your body doesn't process just like, oh, this is it today, I'm happy, and tomorrow and the whole week I'm not taking, so it's still going to be happy. It doesn't work this way. So when I hear that, it's just it is very aggressive for my brain, and I wanted to be open and agree with you because so far I love all the tools, but this one I have a lot of trouble trying to
It's also whatever is true for you. There have been many things that should have defied physics that I have experienced, which I will not go into. So there's a lot of things out there that's unexplainable and undefinable by scientific means. And I will just ask you to, know what you know what's true for you. And if you want to experiment a little bit with the 4 food groups, you can. For my body, I
am having salt, but this is like healthy salt. Popcorn from the canjica. It's a different kind of corn. It's kind of organic. So this one is salt. My body requires salt, but good quality salt. That's what I meant.
Is that the purple corn? Or a different?
I mean, it's a white corn, but could be purple, I guess. But I don't think there is purple here unless it's with artificial color, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I think that might be in Mexico or something.
Oh, so maybe.
Maybe.
So I love the idea that the body needs more of that, and it does need. So I missed the beginning of your talk, Patrick. regarding this, but I've been eating so much salt lately. And ice cream. I mean, acai ice cream, which is made from the acai
Mhm.
itself. So there's no chemical in it. So like it just feels like okay, that's a lot more than I used to have, but it feels like it's also good quality, so the body wouldn't scream much. But I understand what you say, like the super size. So the guys who eat that crazy for like a month, right? It was a month. I don't remember. It's been so long. And they say like if you keep eating this way, you're gonna have a heart attack because all the arteries are gonna be clogged. And that's the way, like, scientifically and like it's law, like cause and effect works. I just wanted to comprehend the other part that you guys are saying, that it doesn't make any sense for me. Okay, I know this is not good for my body, it's junk, but I'm still gonna be like 100% healthy. It's I just wanted to, I mean,
Okay.
what does it take?
Well, I mean,
What would it take for me to
so
see a different point of view or result? I don't know.
well, you kind of already said it. You said, I know this isn't good for my body, but
Ah, I
so
see what you mean.
it's
Yeah.
already your point of view, so there's no question in that, which is,
Huh.
you know, and it's
Yeah.
all about asking the question. That doesn't mean that, you're gonna throw away all science and all medical um, papers and all doctors and all of that. It just means you ask a question. Okay, so what part of I know this isn't good for my body is a question?
Yeah, that is a conclusion for sure.
So,
Based on the past experiences that I had.
how much has the medical community, like, let's say from the 1900s, is that the same medical science that you're using now in 2020? Just a question.
Well, yeah, yeah,
No. So medicine and science changes when knowledge and awareness expands. Would you say that's kind of something that has happened in the past? So if you would just
that's true.
be
That's
open.
true. That's actually lighter.
Yes, so if you could just start asking a question, okay, so do I really know this about my body? Does my
Mhm.
body really, is this really not a good thing for my body? You can start asking that question. Or like, what would my body like right now?
Mm.
Okay, and then there's a part of it where, well, I think that I want this. And then there's a part of it where it's actually what is true for your body. So we're getting to the part where you're trusting your awareness and you know it is your awareness and it's not other people's awareness. It's not um, all of the things that have been, um,
Solidify, maybe.
defined by scientists who are also human.
Yeah.
So, there's quite a bit of change that has occurred in the medical community, and also, I actually,
And
yeah,
and I just want to acknowledge the change because we're here right now, because I could not see a different point of view. So it just helped me to see that, okay, it has changed. When you say like you're using the same medicine as 1900, no, I'm using different one, but then some kind of lightness came up in
yeah,
terms of less density in the point of view, which is a different way to see. But yeah,
and
it I
just
need a lot of work in this area, I guess.
just start asking, and you'll start. I mean, I had a lot of fixed points of views about things too, and they're changing. So how does it get any better? So it's just using the tools, to ask the question, ask a question, even if you just ask one question a day. It's something.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what would it take to um, actually know what you know and be aware of what you're aware of and not make anything a wrongness or a rightness?
I like that.
Cool. So we have a few more things to go over. Just have we done the relationship part? No? Okay. So 3 elements to creating a good relationship. And everything else is a bonus. So the person is good in bed, and they're talking about I guess like a boyfriend or girlfriend, or boyfriend and boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, or a marriage. So person is good in bed, they provide money, they allow you to do whatever you want to do when you want to do it, and you allow them to do whatever they want to do when they want to do it. And if you have the 5 elements of intimacy, you have the elements for a great relationship. So 5 elements of intimacy, even if the only person you have that with is yourself, just you having it for yourself, it spills on to everybody else around you. Okay, so they provide the money. That doesn't mean that they give you money all the time. It could be that being in a relationship with them allows more money to come in. So, and obviously, person is good in bed. That's subject to each person's personal preference. So, who is the most attractive to you? There's winners, losers, and no counts. And people can change. So whoever was a winner before might, change into one of these other things. And no counts are the people who you're just really good friends with them. There's not really a physical attraction, but there's no repelling. they're not very repellent to you. Like losers are the people who are a little bit needy, and they're people who are kind of naturally repelling you, just because of the energy they're being. Winners are the people who, you think are better than you. They usually reject you and they will not sleep with you. So there's a telecall that Brendan Watt did on no counts, and it goes over the 3 winners, losers, and no counts. Okay, so who would actually be valuable in my life? Your body likes different kinds of being. So what your body is attracted to might be different from what you are attracted to. The way that it's explained is that the body is kind of like its own creature, its own, like how I described in the entities section, when a walk-in, when a body switches from one being to another being, it's kind of like a car where a car goes on sale, for sale, and then someone else goes into the driver's seat. So where was I headed with that? I think I just like
Your
the
body
train.
being liking different people, maybe?
The train left, guys. Yeah. Okay, so thank you for that. So yeah, the body might be attracted to another kind of body that you're not attracted to. Like mentally, you won't be attracted to that person, but then your body is. And it's kind of, that's where you have to start having a communion with your body and actually be like asking questions like, body, do you really want to have, relations with that person? Do you really want to have a massage by that person? And your body will start to tell you things like, yes, that would be such a contribution. That would be so nurturing for me. Meanwhile, you're like, oh, okay, well, I wasn't really thinking of getting a massage. I really wanted to have dinner or something. So your body likes a different kind of being than you do. So ask, will this person be kind? Will this person be nurturing to me and my body? Is this person ugly enough to want me regardless of how ugly I am? Am I actually willing to receive what I don't want to know I can receive? Oh, okay. So one of the reasons why that body and being thing came up is that through different lifetimes and all of those things, your being might have had interactions with other beings. And so it's going to create that magnetic attraction or repulsion, depending on, how your relationship was in all those other lifetimes. So there could be a person on the other side of the room, and like when you see them, you're like attracted to them magnetically, and that might have been from other lifetimes. And then like body-wise, it might not even be like a match. Like your body would be like, no, not really, not right now. So that's when these questions would actually be beneficial. There's another list of questions. I think it's somewhere. But it's, will it be fun? Will it be easy? Will I learn something new? And will this person be grateful? And will this person be nurturing to me and my body? So that's the five or so questions you ask before you have sex with someone. Okay. Let's see. How many of you learned if this, then this? What jails are you using to create the dominance of E equals mc squared for the creation of comfortable distance between you and you are you choosing? And everything that is times I got silly and will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all 9 shirts, boys, and beyonds. What jails are you using to create the dominance of E equals mc squared as only spurning you to maintain the rightness and freedom and separation of you are you choosing? And everything that is times I got zillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all 9 shirts, boys, and beyonds. So I'm just putting you, and you can put any person's name in that section that you want to. So you can work on that. Like whoever it is, your friends, parents, family members, coworkers, colleagues, anyone. When you're in a relationship, every morning destroy and uncreate everything your relationship was yesterday. So even if you're in a marriage, or your relationships with your parents too. So it doesn't mean that you're divorcing yourself from all of these people. You're just destroying and uncreating everything that you created that relationship to be, and all the barriers that you created as a result of that. So relationship is all the ways that you separate yourself from a person, because in order to relate, there has to be some sort of distance between you and that person. Let's see. So destroy and uncreate everything your relationship was until now. And it's as easy as that. So everything my relationship was with blank until now, I destroy and uncreate, right, wrong, good, bad, fuck, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Okay, so when you do that, you open the door to your relationship being a creationship because you are present with every moment that you're creating that relationship, and you're not looking at the past to determine what it is. So every 10 seconds, you're actually creating it. And every day, destroy and uncreate everything that you have created, especially the barriers and all that separation. Okay, and I'm not sure how true this is, but women usually do sex in order to get relationship, and men do relationship in order to get sex. Not sure. What are you guys' experience with that? Maybe? I'm not sure.
Maybe in general, but a lot of variants.
Okay. I think that's becoming more and more different now. Okay, so who wants to read Women's English?
I'll read it.
Okay.
Women's English. Yes equals no. No equals yes. Maybe equals no. We need equals I want. I'm sorry equals you will be sorry. We need to talk equals you're dead meat. So go ahead equals if you do it, you pay. Do what you want equals you will pay dearly for this later. We are going to do this equals you are going to do this. I'm not upset equals of course I'm upset. You moron. You are certainly attentive today equal is sex all you ever think about? I think that's kind of funny, but somehow true.
So Patrick, do you want to read the men's English since you're the only man on right now?
Sure. I am hungry equals I am hungry. I am sleepy equals I am sleepy. I am tired equals I am tired. Nice dress equals nice cleavage. I love you equals let's have sex now. I am bored equals would you like to have sex? May I have this dance equals I'd like to have sex with you. Do you want to go to the movies equals would you like to have sex with me? Can I take you out for dinner equals can we have sex now? I don't think those shoes go with that outfit equals I'm gay.
So that's just a little lighthearted, but kind of accurate. Kind of.
Since we're talking, I know we changed subject, but talking about body wanting to do things, not just ingest something, but like go for the energy and stuff. I would love some more explanation on that because I frequently question my body, and yeah.
Okay, so why don't we let's take a few minutes and just be really in touch with our bodies. So, okay. So be really relaxed in your seat. Okay, and take a deep breath in. I like to say from the top of your head. And then relax every part of your body all the way down to your toes. Okay, so starting from your toes, feel the floor with your toes. And be really in touch with all of your toes, your skin, your nails, the muscle, and the bone and all the individual parts of your toes and where it connects to your feet, the bottoms of your feet, and your heels, where it connects to your ankles, all the ligaments and the tendons, and then up your legs to your knees, and all the molecules in between. So while you're moving your awareness up your body, still have awareness of where your feet are touching the floor. So we're adding the awareness of your feet on the floor, wherever your hands are, maybe if it's on top of your legs. So be aware of that and aware of your knees. And then going up to your hips, all the muscle and the bone and the skin. And still be aware of your feet touching the floor, your hands on your legs. And now be aware of your bottom touching the seat and your feet on the floor, your hands on your legs. And now be aware of your organs inside your body, your large intestines, your small intestines, your stomach, your kidneys, your liver and your spleen, your diaphragm, or the muscle that allows you to breathe. And still be aware of your feet on the floor, your hands on your legs, and your bottom seated on the chair. Now be aware of your lungs, how your torso is moving as you're breathing in and out. And be aware of every single sensation in your body. Your feet on the floor, your butt on the seat, your hands on your legs. And now be aware of your shoulders, your upper arm and your forearm, all the way down to your fingertips, where your hands are touching the top of your legs. And now be aware of your neck, all the muscles in your neck. Each one of your vertebrae on your spine, and where your spine meets your skull at the occiput. Be aware of your jaw, your tongue, your nose, your eyes, and finally your brain. And just say hi to every part of your body. Hi, body. When you scan your body from top to bottom, is there anything at all that you perceive? It might come as a pain or a soreness or a tickle or something itchy. You might have yawning, and that might be releasing something, or anything else. Whatever that sensation is, just ask your body, okay, body, what is this? Is this yours? Or are you aware of something? And if it's yours, is there anything that you require? Maybe salt, water, sugar, energy. And if it's not yours, is it something else or someone else's? Body, what are you aware of? And however you might get the information, it could be you'll hear something, or you have a picture of something, or a thought will come into your head, or whatever that feeling or sensation is would become more intense. So, those are all the ways that you could be communicating with your body. And if you don't receive anything, okay, is there anything right now? What if the body just requires you to be quiet and present with it? And anything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive what the body requires, destroy and uncreate it, right, wrong, good, bad, poc, all nine shirts, boys, and beyonds. Okay, so take another deep breath in. From the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. You can shake your body. If your body did say something like it requires salt, water, sugar, um, feel free to get any of those. And how was that for you?
I was not like, my mind didn't stop much. I do that a lot, but right now I didn't feel like doing it, although I follow the energy. And it's just that, yeah, if that's the way, I was hoping more like for a clearing. Because I do meditation in the morning and in the evening, although I haven't been doing much, but maybe that's what I needed for the moment. So it's all good.
Yeah, it's maybe it's just it's so easy for you that you don't even know you're doing it. Is that light?
Yes and no. I've been doing meditation for like 20 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like meditation actually brings me to places like, oh, this is great the way it is and it's okay. But actually, that's what I got from meditation, being content everywhere I'm at and in appreciation with everything, which is great. but I saw myself in a different position that I want more. I want to create. So instead, I start to not just like I need to do another form of meditation, like more movement meditation or something like this to get in touch with my body more and with in the energy of creating, doing, especially for my business that I want to be doing more than that. So yeah, um, I j- I'm just kind of like I was just bored with this kind of approach, and that's why I'm into access more, and I want to create and invent and perceive new things that I
Okay.
like,
So
different than
I'm
everything
gonna
that I've
ask
done.
a question, and it's just for more information. Do you really want to create with your body, or do you just want to have it your way? Like, really, what's light for you?
If I want to create with my body, or if I just want to have my way.
Yeah.
I guess this question you asked because I sound like I want to have my way.
Well, I mean, whatever is light for you.
Of course, I would love to create with my body, absolutely. But I can see there's also like a control bar that needs to be run in
Okay.
order to get things not just my way, but the universe's way. Yeah, could be it.
Okay. So if your body wanted to gain 100 pounds extra weight, would you allow it to?
If my body wants it,
Yes.
I would not allow that.
Okay, so everything that brought up or let down, will you destroy and uncreate it?
Sure, why not?
Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, all night, sure, boys and beyonds. And there's a body process for for fat cells, but that's not really my favorite one. Have you taken a 3-day body class yet?
I think I took 1 day, not 3 days. I mean, yes,
Okay.
in
Well,
New York with
if you
Nicole and Christine.
okay, so if you if you if you're going to Rio, Matt's in Rio, so you can ask him to do this body process.
Which,
This is or do a body process class on this. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have it on his thing yet. There's a list of body processes that if you want to become a 3-day body facilitator, these are one of the things that.
yeah, I think I just did 1 day. I didn't do the 3 days. I did the
So,
1 day with Nicole in New York
mm,
and Christine. You guys done it? Like Patrick, Erica, have you done it? Body class? No.
okay, let's see. So it is, I'm pretty sure this is one of the things, the new ones. Well, there's a erasure of fat cells, but that's not the one that I'm looking. Oh, maybe it's not available yet. Okay, well, this is one of the body processes that you can receive from a 3-day body class. So maybe you can just ask Matt to run it for you. It's no. There's so many body processes. There's like a lot to look through. Okay, while it's loading, yeah, just start having more allowance with your body, and then start asking your body what it requires. You could start with,
Okay, just something came to me. Maybe
Yeah.
you can help me. You guys, everybody. I know why I'm like that. I know it. You know, like my family has a lot of military people. I was in the Navy too. And I guess there is something there that I just perceived that it's like it's solidifying so much and I'm carrying on the genetics of my parents, that solidity and things that must be done this way and this way and this way. It just came to me. If we could clear that, it would be awesome.
Give me a second. I just have to open the
Sure,
door.
sure. I'm the fourth. Did I told you guys I'm the fourth generation of dentists in my family, and fourth military as well.
Maybe you picked up something from that.
You get that, and I'm pretty cool. Awesome.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking like, and you're in the military and you're in the access. Like that's awesome.
That is crazy. It's just like, because you get into the box and stay there for so many generations, and access is like, oh my god, out of the box, like really. And all the other healing modalities or stuff, there's like a lot of protocol and must be like this and protect and shrink even more in order to be healed. Although I had enough of this. I'm just open up for my colleagues here, Annie. Since today is last day and I miss you guys already. I had interesting time facilitating Reiki course with my mother. Awesome, but so many people's point of view that I was aware, and the resistance and all that. In this morning class, I was sharing with them, so it got clear a little bit. And yeah, like when we start to facilitate more, we get a lot of awareness, and it sometimes can drive you crazy if you don't acknowledge it. So she asked, did you acknowledge how much creation? I was like, no. And then it's like, okay, I get it. The process I see calls activation of cellular systems of awareness for spatial embodiments of
Sinus.
and a reversal of functional. Oh my God, what the hell is that?
Yeah, so when you get to video, you can ask if Matt would be willing to run this process. It's really great for unlocking everything that you were talking about with the strict military regimen and all of that's locked into your cells in your body. So sometimes it has to go beyond processing, and that's where the touch and the body processes actually come into place. And for now, the biomimetic mimicry. So you could actually just hold this in your sacrum and run it, BMM run. So of course it's gonna take, 200 times of you doing this, but if you do this like one in the morning, one at night, then you can get that 200 done in 100 days. So yes, so see if you can get that run. And right now it doesn't seem like we can do body process class on it. Although I can actually, let me see if it'll let me. Okay. I'm not sure, it might. Meanwhile, Patrick, do you know how many other sections we have to go through? Oh, no. Oh, that's weird. Okay. So we have the elements of sex.
Yeah.
How about creating a
Financial awareness. I think we did that one. I think we did devolved beings. I don't remember if we did bodies.
Okay.
I don't think we did bodies.
Oh, perfect. So
Yeah.
bodies, and then we did all the body process committing to being. I think we did that.
Yep.
Okay. Home play, we've done that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And thoughts and oneness. Okay, great. So we'll do bodies, and then the last thing we'll do is on.
We also need to do demolecular manifestation in the other one, I think.
Okay. So bodies. When you have something with your body, you can say the problem is this, and you can't change it. The difficulty is not that, it's something else. So you've got to be in the question. Ask body, show me what it is that we need to do or be or have today that will change all of this right away. So body, show me the way. When you ask your body to show you the way, it opens the door to possibilities. Do you get that the majority of the world thinks that their body is a wrongness? When you have no fixed points of views, you are not stuffing your body into this bodysuit we call you. You're wearing a you suit. He's wearing a Patrick suit. I'm wearing an Annie suit. Is this who I really am? Probably not. So, how many of you are wearing your body like it's some kind of suit of armor that you can't take off? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pop, all nine shirts, boys and beyonds. Okay. Okay, so we do it in relationships, we do it with our body, we do it with jobs, we do it with everything. We do it with how we show up to people, with what we decide we can be and how we can be and how we have to interact and how we believe people see us when they don't. So interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Body, what would you like to look like? Body, what would you like to have? Body, what would you like to eat? So you can either be in the question, or you can create solid points of views to come to conclusion about what it is and what's possible and what's not possible. So this brought up a funny story that happened. Actually, wait, Jason, are you on here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Do you remember when you were, here, I'll just close this. Okay. Do you remember when, I forgot where it was, but you were, I think in Costa Rica, that you saw someone who was driving a van?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so can you tell that story?
Okay. This is pretty cool, actually. Wait, were we renting a car? Yeah, we were renting a car. And before we left, I went to go drop off. I went to the front desk to make a payment, as we, before leaving. and we were staying at some resort that they use, and parked in front of me was Gary's car. Well, Gary and Dane were renting a car, and I remember Gary got out of the car. He walked in, and I guess he was making his payment, and I walked in behind him, made the payment, and as I was walking back, I looked to see who was inside the car, and Gary was still doing his thing, and I was pretty sure, the other person in there would be Dane. But I looked very briefly, and it looked like someone who had a beard. I think he was wearing a hat. I forgot, but I definitely saw someone with a beard. And then, I said, so, I walked past the car, went to my car, sat down, and then Gary came out and got back into the car. And then I realized, wait a second, that was Dane. But why did I see him with a beard? It was actually really cool. And I was like, wait a second. Dane just somehow disguised himself. Or at least that's how it appeared to me. So yeah, Dane was, I don't know, he did something and he made himself look like someone else. Or at least I saw him as somebody else altogether.
So the reason why it's funny because Jason, that's happened to Jason quite a few times.
A lot.
Yeah, with Dr. Andrew Gardella also that one time.
Yeah.
So we went to a class in New York, and Andrew was handling the registration table. And at that time, he had like a full beard and like he was looking unkempt, like a little bit like a homeless person from my point of view.
Yeah.
But he does that for a reason. And what happened the next time you saw him? And he was actually, he went to his body class.
So about like 2 weeks later, I went to his actual class. We drove down all the way down to South Carolina to take a class with him and Anthony Mattis. And then I noticed that I was like, wait a second. I asked Anthony, I said, were you in New York just like 2 weeks ago? He's like, yeah. I'm like, wait a minute. Did I hand you the money? He's like, yep, that was me. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't recognize you. Now he did have a beard, but then by the time I saw him, he shaved the beard. But I honestly didn't realize that was him. Oh, I also didn't know what he looked like, until I started to make some connections and I realized, wait a second, that was Anthony,
Well, actually, the connection was me telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what he said was that, oh, that's great. I always wanted to do that. And so Andrew loves to change the way he looks. Okay, and that's and he does, energetic synthesis of structural embodiment. So that's another part of Access. So it's a specialty, and it's actually working with the molecules of your body to change how you look and things like that. So it's really interesting, and Dane does it very well. In fact, at some classes, he actually changes how tall he is, which is funny.
Yeah, he's done that.
Yeah, so he's pretty tall. He's like, what, over 6 foot or something? Brendan's definitely like the tallest, but Dane's pretty tall. But every time with every person that he hugs, when you go on that hug line, he actually changes his body so like you could actually hug him. So that's what's possible with all of these tools. And of course, Dane has been doing this for a long time. And so what is your body actually capable of? And when you are in communion with your body, when you're asking and you're talking with all the different molecules in your body, how much can you actually change? And we're just saying this from like, have fun with it, and it's not really that significant. And really, what can you change? So, what energy is based consciousness and choice can your body and you be to create a physical reality and physiological reality beyond this reality with total ease? Everything that doesn't allow that times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, papa, all nitrates, boys, and beyonds. We're not taught to be connected to our bodies here. We have this idea that our bodies are all the fixed points of views, fixed realities, fixed lies, fixed thoughts, feelings, emotions, fixed forms and structures and significances, and fixed beingnesses. When you are disconnected from your body, or you don't get much awareness from your body or connection to it, a lot of the time it is because you have so much awareness in the past that you decided it was too much and you can't handle it because nobody ever told you what to do with it. They never ever told you what it was. It was just you being bombarded with all the other people's thoughts, feelings, emotions, and their judgments and their points of views and their fixed realities and their lust and their perverted sexual points of views and all of that stuff. And you're like, I can't handle it. So the one thing you always have the capacity to do is to put your barriers up and shut things out. So instead of doing that, lower your barriers and expand out. How much better does it get? And who does all of those things belong to? And when you expand out instead of contracting in, you also expand your money flows and all the parts of your life. Okay, so could you acknowledge that starting? That everything.
Matt is here. Matt is here, contributing flowing energy for us.
Oh, okay. Great.
Hi,
How does it get any better? So you gets it when you gets it. How does it get any better than this? Thank you for your contribution. How does it get any better than that?
No, I'm just calling. I'm not contributing.
Yes, you are.
I'm receiving.
Sorry. I'm putting
So the last part, like this is our last part, right? Or we have. Oh, you know what? Do you want to like contribute to elements of sex? Because we haven't gone over this, right? We haven't.
No, we haven't.
Okay. All right. So elements of sex. 6 elements of sex. It's not just body parts coming together or all of that. You know, when you think of sex, when you see sex on display and you know, big billboards and in the movies, it's all about, you know, sex and relationship or sex and money. But it's actually the 6 parts, the 6 elements of sex are sensuality, sex, copulation, sexuality, sexualness, and orgasm. So, sexualness is the energy that you be. It's healing, caring, nurturing, joyful, creative, generative, expansive, and orgasmic. So when you're doing body work and healing work, and even when you're running the bars, you're actually tapping into the energy of sexualness. Okay, so that doesn't mean that, you know, everybody wants to have sex with you or you want to have sex with the person. It just means that that's an energy, and most people misidentify and misapply it as, you know, wanting to have sex. And it's actually, how many people out there in the world are alive? Like, do you see people like, you know, happy and like orgasmic and just, you know, having this energy around them? Or do you see most people as walking around like zombies? So when you see someone with a lot of sexualness, especially like little kids, you know, that's when we can have those when we can misapply, misidentify, and misconstrue what that energy is into sex. So it has nothing to do with body parts. It's just an energy and a way that you be in the world. So how many of you have actually turned off your sexualness or turned it down so that people don't misidentify it as sex? Because it's inappropriate. Or you're gonna get lusted after, or you know, you don't want to get people in trouble or send people the wrong message. Okay, what if it's an energy that you be? What if that's you being you? So everywhere you've turned down your sexualness in favor of this reality and fitting in, would you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, rock, all night, shirts, boys, and beyonds. Okay. And so sexuality is kind of, it's a judgment of who you can receive from and who you won't receive from. I joked about it in the other foundation where, you know, instead of sex, if you replace it with the word hug, okay, if there's a person that's passing you on the street, would you hug them? Yes or no? And that judgment of who you can receive a hug or who you can give a hug to, that's the same as sexuality, where there's that judgment of who you can have sex with and who you won't have sex with. And you get to reject who you will not have sex with, and vice versa. Okay, so copulation is really easy. It's when you put the two body parts together, or maybe multiple body parts, depends. Sex is the energy of when you're looking good, you're feeling good, you're walking tall, your body's like moving like a cat. Because when you see a cat moving, it's really moving every single muscle in its body, and it's like really like I'm not sure how to describe it, but watch a video with a cat moving, especially when they're like stalking like a mouse or something, and you see like every single part, every single muscle in that cat is like activated when it's moving. So sensuality is being touched. So during a body process, that action of being touched. Okay, and then orgasm, it's the Big Bang. It's the energy of creation. And it's also a way to describe, you know, when you are creating your life and when you're choosing for your body. So when you eat something and it's orgasmic, it's because you're just, you know, every senses in your body is awakened by that, whatever it is that you're eating. Like it could be as simple as a really fresh fruit. And also when you have clothes that you really love, like just putting it on and feeling it on your body and wearing it and looking amazing in it. So Orgasm is the energy of total presence, total awareness, total sensation, whether you're eating food, eating people, or walking on the beach. It makes your body more alive. So, what energy, space, consciousness, and choice can my body and I be that would allow us to have the greatest sex we ever had with this person we're embedded with right now for all of eternity? Everything that doesn't allow that, times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shirts, boys, and beyonds. Cool. So we said that clearing in advance for when you're actually next to someone. So, because who's going to whip out their phone and look at this clearing and say that to that person next to them? And if you do, can you like message me and let me know how that goes?
I'll let you know.
Okay. So last thing is the demolecular manifestation, molecular demanifestation, and then we're through the whole foundation. We already saw the foundation video this morning. Do you guys, or did anyone miss that? I think everybody saw it. Yeah, I think everyone saw it. So we'll probably have it in the email, the outgoing email. Okay, so real magic in life is the ability to change or transform anything. Molecular demanifestation is the process in which you communicate with the molecules and ask them to change what they currently are. Molecular demanifestation is where you make something go away that does exist. And again, you do that by talking with the molecules. And this is a little bit of what we started talking about with the body, how you're talking to these things on a molecular level. Okay, so it doesn't mean that you're gonna, pretend that there's a molecule here and you'll be talking to it like, hi, my name is Annie. How are you? Although you can do that. How do you communicate with molecules? You'll start to discover how you do that. And the best way to start actually practicing it is through the bars or the body processes that we have learned here. So take a part of your body, or if you have any scars anywhere on your body, or like an area where you have like fat or something that you want to change. And then just run the demolecular manifestation, molecular demanifestation. You only have to do demolecular manifestation, molecular demanifestation for the body process. And very rarely do you need to use the source field for the elimination and eradication of toxic amalgams. If you do have like something like mercury or something in your teeth, then you can ask if that's required. Usually we use the DMMD, so that's short for demolecular manifestation, molecular demanifestation, and the source field for elimination and eradication of toxic amalgams for food. So foods and drinks, then you can use all three of them at the same time. So if you have a part of your body that you'd like to run these two body processes on, just put your hand on it. Okay, and this is also part of how you communicate with molecules and bodies, by putting your hand on it and running a body process. Because when you run a body process, you're changing things on a molecular and energetic level. Okay, so demolecular manifestation, molecular demanifestation, demolecular manifestation, molecular demanifestation, demolecular manifestation, molecular demanifestation, run, right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shirts, boys and beyonds. So for me, I feel warmth on my hands and on the part of my body that I'm laying my hand on. You just keep it there until the heat or whatever it is, whatever sensation that you have starts to dissipate. It starts to get less. And then when it's done, you can just remove your hands. So this is the beginning of becoming the alchemist you really are. So you can use this for tumors. You can try to use it on moles too. I've never tried it before because I kind of like my moles. Maybe when they get too big, I'll try it on one. And people have used it on tumors, bone calcifications, and like I'm sure there's other uses for it.
Like changing the taste of wine.
Oh yes. So for food, you can use it to change. You can also ask when you're running it on food or water or whatever it is you're drinking to have it, to have the food taste better and to contribute to your body. Okay. So one of the things that Gary has done with this is taken champagne that is not quite as tasty as he would like and then put his hand over the glass for 2 to 5 minutes and change the taste of it. So you can do this on anything. And actually, usually when we do a class, a live class, I bring like a bottle of wine or champagne and we all run like a few glasses. And then like each of the glasses that the participants run, each one tastes different. So we would have the extra glass so people can try other people's wines. And it's like a totally different bottle of wine for each glass, but it's from the same bottle. So it's really cool to experience it. And that's it. How does it get any better? You guys have completed the foundation. It's been quite a long, it's 6 million years of foundation classes in our 6 days together. So that's it. If you guys want to receive the, what do you call it? The certificate, we can send it to you. Actually, just let Jason know. Or actually, well, I'll send them over to Jason and then you guys will have your own certificates. Yeah. Okay, so anything else?
You meant the certification over email, right?
Yes. Just over email. Okay, so anyone, any last minute comments or anything?
I want to thank you because it seems like it was a longer than 6 days, especially because I just came from one recently. But it's amazing how much change it creates, even though if it's not like smooth, like as we think it would be. No, for me it's been a ride, and also, I mean, the fact that we're not doing bars much, I think that also creates more turbulent. But love the ESCs because I guess that got some more balance. I just wanted to thank you guys, and especially you, Annie, for being here with us and sharing amazing transformational process, because this is a transformational process.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you everybody for joining. Definitely, if you could run your bars or at least your implant band, and use the tools. They're here. You have every tool that you require to change anything, but you have to use it. And if one doesn't work, there's a lot to use. And if one doesn't work, keep using the same one, and maybe after a couple of times it will work. Because sometimes it just requires being asked 100 times and then finally something clicks. So I love you guys. You're amazing, and you are changing more in the world than you ever could perceive. So bye guys. Good night,
Thank
good
you, Annie.
morning,
Thanks,
good
everyone.
evening, wherever you are in the world.
Thank you, Miss Annie. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Miss Annie.
Bye.